That's the Barnard baby.
That's horrible things. I just might get it.
Yeah, I need to process.
Brian, have a good night.
Yeah, 5, oh, 6, 7, 8 now?
How many?
8?
Great.
Yeah.
Tell them that grocery starts.
Uh-oh. Did you start recording?
I did.
Okay.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our first PTA meeting for 2026. I'm glad you all are here. I think I can my coach. Okay, I don't think it's on. Do you hear it?
The receiver turned off again. It's doing a smart power save thing.
Good afternoon. Hi, can you hear me? Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. Well, good evening. Welcome to our first PTA meeting of 2026. I'm so glad that you all chose to be here this evening. In remembrance of Dr. Martin Luther King and his birthday today, I would like to share a quote. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Dr. Martin Luther King. Pardon me. On our agenda of upcoming events, there's no pool this Monday in remembrance of Dr. Martin King's birthday. There's also no school on January 26th. No school on Friday, on February 13th, February 16th, or February 26th. Our next PTA meeting will be on March 24th. Congratulations to our awesome principal, Dr. Reed, for receiving the Leadership Award of the Year. Congratulations, Dr. Reed. We appreciate you and all that you do. Our book fair, we were able to provide books for over 95 children to shop for books who may not have been able to get books otherwise. Also, we need volunteers. We have a little extra revenue in the PTA, and we would like to provide some extracurricular activities. So if anyone in our community has a superpower or a gift or a skill that you can share or would like to share with our community, we'll provide the materials and you bring the gift. Thank you. Also, let's see. You'll need your clearance from BCPS for sure to complete that. So I need to tell you all about this major event that's coming up February 12th. And this event is our annual Friendship Extravaganza, hosted by the So the Friendship Extravaganza is all about being kind to one another. So I had a brief meeting with the city council last week, and Lauren just would like to let you all know what the Friendship Extravaganza is about and how much it means to our Barnard community.
The Friendship Extravaganza is a chance to make new friends and is to show how for students to show how appreciative They are for having friends.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I have another announcement in reference to dismissal. Attention all parents, in case no one has seen this letter here. School, there will be no early dismissal after 2:30 p.m. 3:15 is dismissal time for all students that are not registered for after care. If you have a doctor's appointment, it's before 2:30, communicate with the school and arrangements can be made. But before then or after 2:30 p.m., you won't be allowed to get your scholars until 3:15. Thank you. Next on our agenda, we will have an update from our treasurer.
Miss my dear. How's
Ready? Yes. Yes.
Okay. So we have the financial statements through 12/31, it's the most recent month. That's the most recent month we've closed. As of 12/31, we have total income of $21,184 and total expenses of $14,084, which led to a surplus of $7,100. Including our rollover from last year, we now have $17,460 as our surplus. However, this is already out of date because we received so many donations right at the end of the year that hit our account in January. So any donations that were made right at the end of the year, we didn't actually see until the beginning of January. So as I said, this is way out of date. We actually have $35,760 in our bank account right now.
Oh,
So that's 28,900 in unrestricted funds and 6,858 in restricted funds. So leave it at that, but we're gonna talk about what to do with that money.
Yeah, tell us about how we raised so much money and how much money we raised. We did not see this.
Okay, so Eliza made some slides. I will read them. Okay, so we fundraised a lot of money this year. Thank you to everybody who made a donation. Not easy times and money is tight. We are very grateful for every, not just dollar, every quarter that comes in. And so our original goal for the year was to raise $15,000. And instead we raised $34,000, which is a lot of money and will be put to good use. And we're not stopping. We're gonna keep raising money and do that through a Double Good popcorn sales. We know everybody loves Double Good, so we'll have one of those. Very delicious popcorn. We'll also continue selling t-shirts and sweatshirts. As you know, we have short sleeve t-shirts in gray and white. We've added 2 new exciting apparel items for sale. One is the beautiful gray sweatshirt that Kristen will model. Very soft and cozy. A lot of the teachers have already purchased them. We also have recently procured long sleeve white t-shirts as well. Those
Those will be available for sale for 15. We don't make a ton of money on the clothing sales. Basically, we try to add $1 or $2 to every item so that we can just get a little bit extra here and there. We gave a very good deal for the sweatshirts at the beginning of the year and lost a little bit of money. So stand by for the total cost of the sweatshirts as we continue the sales for those, but we will send a note around on Fast Dojo when we have the sales again, more slowly.
Your models are here.
Oh, we have 2 more youth models of our beautiful t-shirts. Let me see you walk those white long sleeve t-shirts down the runway. Ooh, Lauren is sporting. Beautiful. Look at this. So nice. Okay, come on back so the people in the Zoom can see you too. Are they cozy and nice?
Yes,
Okay. Do you like wearing them?
Yes.
Okay, great. We will say, oh, look at the camera.
so the people can see you.
Great.
Okay,
Great.
Barnard.
So nice, just lovely for doing it. Okay, thank you so much. Those will be available for $15. Okay, we have so many ways to say thank you. In English, thank you. In Spanish, gracias. Oh, it's a record fundraising. We raised a record amount of money and that is just so spectacular. We got some really big donations and it shouldn't go understated that it means so much to us that people are able to give in all of the different ways. So our family and friends gave donations. We got a great donation through MDW Communication, which employs our my friend Tiffany on the fundraising committee. And I work for the Gates Foundation and they match some of the donations. And so they also have donated in addition to what we've contributed. Tiffany or Julie's employer also does a great match. Okay, then that's it. Just a joke. Okay.
Don't translate that.
Is there anything else? If you are interested in making a donation of any size, we welcome the opportunity to discuss that with you and let you know how we're spending the money, how useful it is to the school. I think that's a great segue into the revised budget of how we propose to spend the money that we brought in. Thank you again for this record-setting fundraising. Thanks. Give it up for our new fundraiser.
Annual fundraising committee. Okay, we're building on several years of great fundraising. And we've been able to really just grow and grow and grow. We have been nervous that we would not be able to grow and grow as our city has had a lot of job losses last year. And that's a big reason why we presented a lower budget at the beginning of the school year. We are so delighted that with the work not only met our goals for this year, but we also did as well as we did last year, which was itself a record-breaking year. And then we made $8,000 more so far. So we're really on an amazing roll, and now comes the opportunity to figure out how to spend it. When you walked in, hopefully you received this memo. If you didn't, it's right back there in front of Ms. Blanchard, many copies. Two sides. And I'm going to take a moment and go over with you what we propose in this revised budget. Okay. Next slide. So, and for those who don't know me, I'm the Vice President Eliza Cava, soy la Vicepresidenta Elisa Cava. Y voy a hablar en inglés, pero con mi interpretadores ayudando. So, right, so that's why we set a lower goal at the beginning of the year. When we went to, and we do anticipate a little more income, as Melissa said, with the double good. fundraiser in the spring and some additional donations for small grants that we expect might come in. But we now have raised most of the money we expect to raise through the year. So, but we have a lot more to spend. So our first priorities were to make sure that we carry over very healthy reserve of about $10,000 to next year. That's the amount we brought into this year. That allows us to start spending right away in August and September for our big fundraising campaigns that kicked off. It also just helps us stay healthy in case there really is a bad year. We have the money from past years to work with. And we were not, our original budget has only carried forward $6,000. So the first thing we did was up that by $4,000 to get to 10. Then we wanted to prioritize student activities and enrichment. We wanted to add some more to family and community support. Teacher appreciation, because our teachers are so incredible and so important to us. And a little more on PTA administration and marketing, which includes the t-shirt sales. You can see, I'll go over each of these categories in a little more detail. Some highlights of what we're going to spend money on. So, the Black History production is back this year. Ooh, date TBD, I expect it to be in March. And for this year, for the first time, it's going to be free because we're going to be able to cover its costs fully with this new money. So that's very exciting. It's those of you that missed it last year, because that was your first opportunity to see it, if you don't know this, but it is definitely the biggest event of the performance calendar here at Barnard Elementary School. And it's very exciting to have it back. And it's expensive. It's the whole school is involved. There's a lot of costumes. There's a lot of props. There's an enormous amount of work that goes into it. And so covering those expenses is critical. And that's about $3,000. In the family and community support category, we purchased grocery gift cards around Thanksgiving, between Thanksgiving and Christmas. To the tune of about $2,000. That supported, we give them out in $50 increments. So support, I'm not doing the math in my head right now. It supported a lot of families. And we plan to do that again in the spring, which is more than we had budgeted for. So we're increasing the budget for that. We will buy some uniforms. We got a lot of donated uniforms in small sizes, but we need some more in big sizes. And we're going to really, bulk that up. Every single day, kids come in without just the right clothes to wear, whether it's because they lost their coat or all their clothes were in the wash, or they were staying at another house, or they're just out. We provide a lot of clothes to kids. And by the way, one of our dedicated volunteers, Linda Brown, works with both Ms. Sanders and Ms. Montgomery, the guidance counselor, to maintain this closet. Another highlight is the fifth grade graduation. Last year, with our record fundraising and some strange things going on with DCPS budget, we were asked to help really put some money to help make the fifth grade graduation special for the first time. And it was really special. So we're going to do that again. We are going to enhance our teacher appreciation. We had cut it for this year in our slimmer budget. We're going to bring it back to the level that we had last year, which was 2 catered meals and a couple of other smaller activities during Teacher Appreciation Week in May. As well as we give the teachers some gift cards that week as well on behalf of PTA and all of us. So thank you for your support of that and our teachers. By the way, I wrote this in the memo. And those of you on Zoom, this memo, I'll put it on our website tomorrow. You can see it there. Barnard has one of the best teacher retention rates in the district. And one of the longest average teacher tenures here, right here at Barnard. It's not just because Dr. Reed has been here for however long, but a lot of the staff have stayed with her for a very long time. And Ms. Blanchard has been here for longer than Dr. Reed. So she really helps with but no, it's all of them. People stay here at Barnard because they like working. And finally, clubs and activities. So for the first time, we want to put a chunk of money to after-school clubs and activities. It might be that some of them are school day as well, but we will provide as a Title I school, Barnard cannot ask families to pay into activities. And what that means is that they have staff to handle aftercare, but they don't always have those extra enriching activities that we would love to have. For example, a couple of years ago, Ms. West had a grant for chess club and bought a bunch of supplies, but they could really use a volunteer chess coach this year if they don't have one. We have a cheerleading team this year after a hiatus of several years. We will be able to help them buy their basic uniforms and supplies out of that money. And we would love to have more. So as Ms. Sanders mentioned at the beginning, we really would love it if parents would commit one afternoon a week and come and run a club. And you have to write a little proposal for Dr. Reed to review. Sorry, I was going too fast. Got excited. You have to write a little proposal. You have to do your background check clearance and make a little budget. We will fund your supplies reasonably priced. Woo! Question.
Has there been any conversation with the, this is amazing, by the way, thank you, that's awesome, the after school club thing is like huge, and I know would be like so appreciated by so many people, so thank you. Has there been any conversation with the kind of like start of this type of program about how people would be like selected for those clubs, or how there would be some kind of like, so I remember with the chess club, it was like secret to the people, like no one really knew that it existed unless you were in it kind of thing, like is there gonna be some way for kids to self-select in the clubs, or is it just based on like teacher selected, or how does that?
Great set of questions.
So this is what I do about clubs, and it's whether it's school-based or citywide based. Everyone's not gonna get it. You know, that's just life. From cheer to sports, everyone is not gonna get it. But I know me personally, in a sense, we're offering this. I usually like to ask the children or the scholars what it is they're interested in. And our Barnard Bears are very vocal about what their lines of interest are. And usually, so what happens is an interest meeting usually occurs with extracurricular, and so the information will go out, right? But I'll check out what the students would like to do, and then we can go from there. So it's not gonna be like a challenging process. We're gonna look at the fun aspects, but we must always remember that in every club, everyone is not gonna make it every time. But that's why we want to offer more opportunities so children can have the chance to venture the outlets for which they're interested in. It's gonna be amazing. Things always work. Don't they? Look at our budget, they always work. So we'll make it work indeed.
Thank you. More questions?
Kind of a comment. So I work at another school. We have an after school like thing that teachers, it's through the PTA, but then teachers stay an extra hour and offer a club. It's in like 6-week increments, and they do a lottery system. So anyone that's interested, like signs up for whatever they're interested in, and then through a lottery system. And then they're prioritized if they can get a spot in the next 6-week period. So I know other schools have some systems of making it work. I don't work on them specifically, but I can ask around to see like
They get a seat.
so they, like, the teachers get their like admin premium paid by the PTA basically.
Okay.
And so they stay an extra hour after school and offer a club, and they get to decide what it is based on their own interests or talents or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think it would be great if we could form a committee about this so that people can have their different, and, you know, people who are interested could come, and maybe then hearing other people's ideas, they might want to, they could think of something on their own. I just volunteered Kristen for a craft club,
Yes.
and she said maybe I can do a fashion one, you know, so you just need other people's ideas to then commit to.
And you know, the most important one,
But, yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
yeah, but I think the extra funds give us an opportunity to really create enrichment activities that we haven't seen in the short term.
Yeah.
And I know there's lots of enthusiasm, so maybe we could put a sign up on the PTA website for a committee and find a meeting, and
Are you chairing this committee?
I would co-chair it.
I would help you.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All committee ideas must come with chairs. And that's very important.
Yeah.
Oh, except they're not committees anymore. Sorry, this year they're groups.
Groups, who wants to have
Or
an
teams.
a club's group.
Okay, great. All right, I've done with the overview. Just to show you the numbers, and if you have your memo, this is on the front page of the memo. So this shows you where we dedicated the extra funds to by category. It doesn't show the reserve, the rollover category, but that's $4,000 extra to that. So that's just a visual. And then this is, if you have the memo, this is what's on the back. This is what we're gonna ask you to vote. First of all, ask any more questions. And then we're gonna take a vote to approve this proposed revised budget. So the middle column is the proposed revised. First column is what we approved originally. And the last column is year-to-date income and expenses as duly personally presented. So is there a question in the chat, Brian?
Nope, no chat.
I still didn't see chat. Rachel?
Somebody said, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of last year, there was a budget issue, right? Like the city withdrew some funds or something like that. And I mean, I don't know, look, I can't guess what the city is gonna do or the federal government is gonna do. But there's been any conversation about having, I guess, rainy day money or like end of year money set aside in this budget?
That's a great question, and we didn't have that specific conversation, but I can tell you that the activities we were asked to fund last year are in the budget. So the specific things the school asked us for during that period of time when they were, we don't honestly understand exactly what happened. But during that period of time when the school was asking us for things, the specific things that we were asked to support included fifth grade graduation, additional money for field day, and my list, detailed list. We did additional support, more support for the science fair than we usually had done in the past. And we have all of those in the budget this year with that additional funds. So the school can count on us for them this year, no matter what happens with the city budget. One fun highlight I didn't mention was, that we want to give some money to the yearbook club to subsidize the purchase of yearbooks for any case they couldn't afford it. Any other questions? Any other comments? Okay, any other questions or comments? Yes.
I'm gonna get to it, but so the district budget is in no way related to this, right?
No way. We are a nonprofit 501c3 that supports the school.
Tax deductible.
Tax deductible donations. So, and you didn't ask this, but just to be clear, we don't give the money to the school.
Right.
We buy supplies and other things that they need and then bring them into the building. In some cases, we reimburse the teachers and faculty and staff for specific things that they're purchasing, but we actually try to do most of the purchasing ourselves, reduce paperwork. Yes.
Can I ask, where on here is the amount that we're donating to or committing to the club program?
You're gonna see that in student body, under expenses, student body, where that has basically doubled. More than doubled. It's under there.
So around 8,000?
No, what we're hoping to devote to clubs, a little less than $3,000. We don't have membership approved a line by line budget, although we can show that if there's questions, we absolutely can show it. This is what you'll approve, and that gives the board and the committee leaders in the school the flexibility to move money within. For example, if we are not able to spend all that money on clubs this year, but more is needed for career day, then we can do that within the approved budget without having to.
What is the cost for career day?
$500, and we bring in so many professionals to come for career day and talk, we feed them. So that's mainly what the cost of career day is. To support our speakers.
Yeah, and they also, the committee, actually, the PTA hasn't even paid for these expenses, but the committee gives presents to all of our speakers that come and join for Career Day. Career Day is like the Oscars here. It's a really big deal. So if you've ever participated, you usually ask to come back. It's amazing. From Fox 5 to the mayor's office, like, this is the place to be for Career Day. So thank you to you all who continue to come. Shower our scholars with all of the beautiful information of what you do. Thank you.
Any other questions? The only reason I'm not showing you line by line is because it's a lot of information that's hard to explain. But if anyone has questions, we can, I can show you line by line version, or we can talk about it on the screen. But also just answer questions. Can I get someone to call for a vote? Are we ready to vote on this proposed revised budget? I make a motion to call for a vote.
I make a motion to vote.
I make a motion to vote to approve the revised budget.
Would anyone like a second?
Second.
Great. And those of you online watching on the Zoom, you can also vote yes or no by just writing yes or no. So all in favor of the revised budget to spend a lot of extra money, say yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Raise your hand. Any opposed, please say no or raise your hand. Okay. Are the votes coming in the chat, Brian?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Looks like the motion passes on voice vote. Thank you, everyone.
All right, before our last line, Lauren and I have one more announcement. So did you all know that the Barnard Band won first place for DC Sports Poetry Slam 2025? First place. But not only that, the song that we performed to also won first place at the Go-Go Awards last week in Washington, D.C. Yes, and I did reach out to the wife of the band member, let them know that only the best is good enough, and we won. So hopefully they'll reach out to us soon. Also, the fifth graders we were able to have our annual holiday breakfast as well, right before the break. So thank you. One more announcement, just something really amazing happening tomorrow. The Lord will tell you all about it, okay? It's a big deal. Next, we will have some else update. From that, that's one.
Hi, I am Becca Kennedy, I'm the chair of the LSAT. So not a ton of updates, we just have one big thing going on right now, which is that we are entering school budget season. So we just looked at PTA budget, as an LSAT, we looked at the school budget. So,
This is the last thing on the agenda, so we're not going to spend forever going into the ins and outs of school budgets, but I do have a very like niche interest in these school budgets, and I would really like to talk about it if people have any questions. Okay, so basically the long and short of it is the way the DC school budgets are allocated.
In the fall, the district puts out an enrollment projection for each school. So what that means is that they say, based on prior trends for the last like 6 or so years, how many kids do we predict are going to be at each grade level? How many kids we predict are going to need language learner services? How many kids we predict are going to have IEPs, at risk, things like that. From there, the principal can either approve that enrollment projection and say, yeah, like that looks pretty right, or we think that's wrong and we want to make a change. This year, it all looks good. I will try to cross from there, this year, we said, this looks right, it's pretty good, seems like it's aligned with the trend, so we approve it. In the, like around right now, the mayor's office develops a budget for the city. From there, they say, here's how much money the schools, all of the schools are gonna get. And from there, they say how much money is DCPS gonna get. There, they allocate money to each individual school. It's a really long process. Once they decide how much money each school is going to get, the LSAT, well, first the school administration, and then the LSAT will get a proposed budget for the school. What that means is there's a bucket, big bucket of money that the school has to spend on everything that the school pays for, which is salaries for all staff members, supplies, things like technology in the budget, there is money to building stuff that's been covered by DPS, there's tons of different like areas of the budget, the biggest one is personnel, so that's like how we think of it. Okay, so the final decision about that is made by the principal and the administration. There are some things the principal has say over. There are some things the principal does not have any say over, they have to be there. So for example, you have to have a certain number of teachers per student, so that you don't have like giant classes, for example. You have to have a principal. There are some things that are flexible, so those are positions that can move around. In February, and we don't know when until it happens, it's like a surprise drop one day in February, we get the budget and usually have about 1 week for LSATs to meet and make any recommendations to the administration that the LSAT has based on the work this year or during the school year to understand priorities, goals, things like that. So, all of that said, where we are right now is we are waiting for the school budget to come. We expect it will probably come within the next month, usually it's around the second week of February. The LSAT met this morning and we are going to be putting out a survey. The survey is about 5 questions, it's not very long, to get some information from the staff at Barnard and from parents at Barnard about where everybody feels the budget could be best spent. Some years we have decisions to make, like we got some extra money in the budget, where are we gonna allocate it, or we're losing money, where's it gonna come from? Some years there's like not really much decision because everything's stable and we don't know what is going to happen, so we wanna be prepared. So in the next week, we are going, probably by the end of next week, we are going to be sending out a survey to staff and families for some questions about what your priorities are for the school budget. We really want to make sure that if we do have a decision today, we're representing everybody's priorities, feelings, things like that. So please take the survey. We will absolutely be looking at it. You can look at it. It will come on Dojo. It will come through an email. It will come on a QR code on the door pickup. We'll try to get it out as many people. That's where we are in the budget process. When we do meet for the actual budget decision, those have to be by CPS rules, have to be closed meetings. All other meetings are open. So if anybody ever wants to come, and it's what we're going to do at 7:30 in the morning on the first Thursday of the month, you should feel free.
Yes. Is there a portion of the closed meeting that's like open to everybody and then people leave, or is it just totally?
Yeah, that's right. Drag us on too long. Yes, there is. We have to start every meeting as an open meeting unless the previous meeting we had voted to have an entire closed meeting. If you vote, we're going to close the meeting and then you have to like go into another meeting. But yes, it will be posted that there will be an open meeting to start, but people cannot like look at the conversation because it might involve like sensitive information.
Any other questions? Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, before I about this line item in reference to family engagement, we would like to do more family engagement events. As a lot of mentioned a moment ago. How many volunteers have any suggestions of what we should do, or where we would like to go, or what would be fun? So if you have any insights, we would love to do that. So I do have an announcement in reference to after school events at the school. So when events are after school and parents, you are responsible for your own children. You are responsible for them. Please monitor them. Please don't allow them to run all around. And especially at the concession, I do not buy candy. Ms. Sanders, your president, does not buy candy. I can tell you the dates when I last bought candy. Mr. Lehman probably had not retired yet. Okay, I don't. And if you see candy and it's near me, I can buy it. And I'm not giving it out. Teeth costs money. Okay, so I don't want anyone to think candy's coming from me. It doesn't come from Ms. Sanders. Ever. Thank you. All right, now you're up to the line. Thank you all.
Thank you. With this. All right. There is candy in the school though, so we're, that we know that it's sometimes a lot. I just want to say one more thing, what she was saying about family engagement events. We need you to plan things and invite everyone. And it can be very simple. It can be like, it occurred to me, I have the morning off work. I'll make a coffee date at 10:30 at the Coop on Kennedy Street, and I'll invite other parents to come. And if you do that, we could even give you $50 to buy everybody their first coffee. Very simple stuff. You could take a bunch of kids to Chuck E. Cheese on the weekend, and we now have a budget to help you sponsor that. So you go and you manage to get a hold of, put it out there and say 10 families come with you. You can pay the PTA money, $15 for each kid to play their games, to get their things. So please, let's do it. Woo, let's do it.
She's been gentle with the P part on the PTA. So upon our conversation, parents need a moment too. So we want to have a moment for just the parents, if possible. Okay? We need a moment. You all need a moment. Any suggestions? Let's get together when it works. We've included you all. You all are in the PTA. We are the P or the G. Okay, and all of that. And or the G or the A. All of that. Okay? Or the M. All of the acronym. So just think about anything. Just a moment. We all can share something. I mean, even if it's like we have yoga instructors in our area. I have friends that are Zumba instructors, yoga instructors, just anything. You never know what you may be interested in until it's introduced.
Send us your ideas. And we just approved a budget that now has a little money. We did not have that here, so. There you go.
That was my question. What is the problem?
I would say email the PTA.
Yeah.
Barnard PTA@gmail.com, your idea and a rough budget. And if you come up with any ideas that are under $100, I will say yes for the next few months. If they're more than that, we'll have to talk about it a little further.
And then we'll just put it out in the community who's interested in coming out and joining. And we'll have a plan and engage as a community. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, a couple other announcements. The playground team has done an amazing job all winter break. There's not locking and unlocking anymore, but there is sort of cleanup and monitoring. They found a water leak while the school was closed over winter break. They alerted Dr. Reed, and the maintenance team was able to come and get it fixed. So thank you to the playground team for helping with that. And I know a little more coverage is needed over spring break. I'm sure if you're in the WhatsApp group, you'll hear from Rachel Redford because that was so successful. Does anybody here, raise your hand if you helped with the playground over winter break? Yeah. It's great, we're a community, we come together. Another announcement I wanted to make, unless Courtney Edwards is on the Zoom, do you see her, Ryan?
No.
Well,
No.
Courtney, Edwards, and Alyssa Nicholson, and Siobhan Sanders, and who else helped with the teacher? Dr. Reed,
Brown,
Ms. Brown, Ms. Brown.
Jack, Parker.
Some wonderful organizers and servers helped put the holiday breakfast together for the teachers for teacher appreciation. It was loved. So thank you to those who helped with that and put it together. The last report I have is about the building. So as you can see, construction on the new wing is going well. My understanding is it's on schedule, which means it will open in the fall. By the way, we're also supposed to have a new athletic field in the fall, real. So those things are all going well and on time, as far as I understand. What was news to me this week and is also very exciting is that, and I don't have all the details yet, this building is getting a new roof and a new HVAC system. Woo! Yes.
Hot summer.
Yes, for years, we were told that the new wing addition did not bring any budget to help the existing building's structural problems. And that was very disappointing, but it seems as though some supplemental money has been found. And they started already, that's why they dug up the staff parking lot, that's where the chillers will go, for the new HVAC system, according to Dr. Reed told me this the other day. But I'm asking DGS for more information so that we can put it on our website and share the timeline. Unless anybody else has good information that they want to share.
I could just heard the same at outside.
You heard the same at all. Question or comment?
Kind of a related question, we're new to Barnard, and we're not really sure what who's gonna be in the new building, what's happening with the playground, like there's some details with like the construction that I tried to look up. But
Right.
didn't really find, so I don't know if there's like a date when there'll be an update and with like new enrolling families too. To know what
That's such a good idea. We could maybe have an update in one of our monthly meetings.
There is, from this team, there is a website that they keep relatively updated about the renovation.
I think that's what I saw, they have like schematics of it.
Yeah, the last update though was probably in
November.
I want to say October, November, but they send it out they put it on the website and then there's like a meeting. Maybe you could put on the PTA news.
Yes, so the next PTA newsletter, I can put an update, I can put a little update in each of the recent ones, and the PTA website also has a page about the building. I'll just say, new buildings generally boost enrollment a little bit because people get excited. But it's not supposed to actually add enrollment capacity for the school, it's to replace the portables where the first and second grade are. So I don't know that it's not gonna be like the first and second graders all get the new wing, I think there will probably be some changes otherwise of the classroom plans. But you can see in the schematics that most of the spaces are classroom spaces to replace ones that are in the portables. There's also gonna be the art studio will move there, the art studio is right now in portables.
Nothing's supposed to happen to the playground. That was part of the deal, was because the playground's relatively new. They're not gonna touch it except for adding the athletic fields. And so there's gonna be, as I understand, sort of an atrium, because it's in front of the playground, you have like walk through it to get to the playground.
Okay.
But the playground itself is not.
Okay,
Right,
Not supposed to be, so unless there's like a change, the original plan is that they're not gonna do.
that's right, and the entrance will be on Decatur Street again, through this atrium that Rebecca's describing. That's how you.
that way.
So it'll be back to the original entrance. I don't know which.
I was right, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Got it.
Yeah, basically you'll come in through the new
That's
thing,
great.
and it'll be a secure entry that is at ground level.
And there's just one entrance, even though there's like,
Well, these entrances this stairs entrance was locked before, and it'll probably be locked.
well, like the office is remaining where it is. but
Yes.
The entrance is moving.
Yes.
Okay. Great, thank you.
Melissa, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on up. Okay, we have a surprise.
Okay. to speak slowly. In the spirit of all of the wonderful news about Barnard and our expected enrollment boost and all the other good accolades that we've seen, we felt it was due time, as we've mentioned in this meeting, to finally have Barnard's official website up and running. You here or at home can go to the all brand new barnardbears.com. It's not perfect, but it is damn good. To say so myself, you can feel free not to translate that. It's gonna have some flaws. It's gonna have some tweaks that we need to make, but it has all the basic information that we need. It links to the wonderful PTA website, which also has a ton of information. We need great pictures to put on there, send them over. And if you keep scrolling down, Eliza, that click the share website feedback. So if you run into a glitch and you can't get anything, let us know. Lots more to include on there, extracurriculars, other items. But thanks to Amelia Hogan, this is truly such a blessing to our community to be able to represent Barnard with beautiful recent pictures. So it's got, again, basic static information that doesn't have to be changed frequently, but we have a great team of volunteers from the school staff who have expressed interest in learning how to update Squarespace. This is my plea to folks, if anybody is a Squarespace expert and could lead a training, Ryan's got it, no more volunteers needed. We want to make sure that our the teachers and school staff can take it over and just be the ones who run the page. We also are going to have a staff directory on here. Teachers just did headshots. We're hoping to update it with those who want, or people don't want their picture on there, they've knocked out. But you'll see that it's lots of good stuff. Questions? Kudos, applause.
Yeah.
Actually, a time for enrollment.
Time for enrollment, yes. Yeah, it's linked already in the Instagram page. So we're trying to get it updated in other places. And if you're scrolling around and you see a place where this should be the link, please let us know. Good question.
Oh, I was just gonna say the school profile page, because if you look up Barnard, the first thing that comes up is the like DCES like profile page, but.
Yeah. We need more people to visit this website so that it starts like its own search engine optimization to be able to get higher in the list. So the more people that go to this website, the more it will frequently become. And we have some money. We could put some paid ads behind it, or Google does some free, but just go to the website
I was
frequently.
just gonna say, I'm happy to attend.
Yeah, yes,
Soft launch, we haven't put it out even to the PTA community before.
right, yes, yeah. But it's out and you can visit it. Sure. Thank you.
Let's go. Oh, okay. Does anyone have any questions? Any more questions? Ideas? Suggestions? Everyone's all good? Well, I guess that concludes our first meeting for 2026. Meeting adjourned. Thank you all for coming out. Thank you, traveling. You're welcome. I'm glad you all enjoyed. Can you all help with the chairs, please? Is that still a request? To help the chairs? Okay.